YouTube, what's going on? It is most inconsistent uploader ever, Sans.
And Emmy.
And today we're coming at you with a video talking about the BANDMAID concert in Portland, Oregon the other night. Also, we're going to do an unboxing. We did the Ultimate VIP package, so they gave us some goodies. We haven't actually opened up the little gift bag that they gave us, so we'll share that with all of you guys here. Also, there was a subscriber that had called out my name up on the second floor. And unfortunately, I didn't hear you. I was busy managing all the different things that I had in my hand, so I didn't hear you. But in the future, yeah, feel free to come up, say hi to us, and we'd love to chat with all of you a little bit. And again, I'm sorry that I didn't notice that you had called out my name. Emmy just mentioned it to me after you had left. So apologies, and hopefully we can connect next time. All right, so let's start with the unboxing. We're going to have Emmy do the honors, and as we mentioned, we haven't actually looked inside, so this is all a surprise for us.
So this is the bag. Akemasu.
Oh. Yeah, what is that? Are they playing cards, maybe?
Maybe so. 見えますか? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, open those up. Let's see what's inside. They gotta be, right? They gotta be playing cards.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of nice.
They're not cigarettes.
Man, they were BANDMAID cigarettes. Might start smoking again. They gotta be playing cards. I wonder if they got their pictures on them or just designs or something. That'd be pretty cool. Oh,
they are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, let's see. Nope, they're normal.
Normal playing cards.
They're normal playing cards. Demo, it's all BANDMAID.
Oh, from the 10th anniversary stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so that's pretty cool. So 10th anniversary picture from the tour, and then just standard.
Just standard.
You didn't show anything. It was all just white.
Oh. Weird. I think so. Okay.
Yeah, that way. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Can I see him? Real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's awesome. So, back of the card, clearly you can just see that it's from the 10th anniversary. So that's cool. We actually needed a deck of cards anyways, so that's
awesome.
Nice.
次。何これ?
What is that?
Oh, eye mask.
Well, eye mask for the airplane?
Yes.
Or for the tour bus, I guess, if you're them.
I guess so. 結構? Meow.
10th anniversary merch as well.
Yes. It's cute.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
It's so nice and plush.
It does feel pretty, or looks pretty plush.
Yes.
The band too is looks like pretty nice material.
Yes.
Right, like the ones on the airplanes are just like the single like strap.
Yes.
You can see this one is like definitely padded. It's definitely poofy.
It's very nice and soft. And kawaii ne. Kawaii ne meaning like the girl's name. Okay, and that is it.
That's it?
Yes.
Wow. All right. So I also received a bag. I'm guessing it's the exact same thing. We'll just double check just to make sure. So it is identical. We did receive these postcards, which actually have the signatures from all the members. So I would say that is the awesome haul from all of this.
Yes.
So let's see here. So I'm trying to see what designs there are. So Akane has like a cat or something, right? It's got whiskers. Should be a gorilla.
Gorilla? Oh, yeah.
It should be a gorilla, but it's not. But it's okay.
なんかドラえもんっぽいね。
Yeah, it does look like Doraemon a little bit. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that there. That's Akane's right below my finger. So you guys can see a little bit better. And then over here, then we have Konami, and then Konami she did hers with a little heart. She got a little heart there. There you guys go. You can probably see that better. That's it. I'm guessing they're pretty much identical, right? The way that they sign them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. What if they were just carbon copies instead?
They could be.
But the heart's different. This one looks a little bit more like pointy and evil. This one on the other one right here for Konami's heart. A little pointier ears if it were to be an animal.
Yay!
All right, so there's that. So let's talk about the concert a little bit. So I think the first thing that I wanted to mention was when we did the Ultimate VIP, the nice thing about it is that we actually got in front of everybody, including those just standing in the VIP line. So I think that would be one thing to note for like future concerts. If you were trying to decide what package you wanted to do, it might be worth it to spend the extra money just so that you are assured basically like a front row seat, regardless of what time you're arriving, as long as you get there basically around when the doors open.
Unless you don't mind.
That's true. I mean, if you want to wait in line and then talk to the people next to you, then that's great. I know that we've met a few people there, which was awesome. So Lawrence, big shout out to you. It was great meeting you there. And Lawrence had mentioned they had gotten there super early in the morning and then had waited in line and had actually met another guy that had flown in from
Canada.
Yeah, so from Canada. So that was pretty wild. So cool to see that the community is pretty tight knit. I mean, yeah, it was a good time. It was a great show. Oh, it was also Emmy's first actual like rock concert or heavy metal concert. We had seen one previous group, 10 years ago or so, and that was like outside, and they were kind of like reggae-ish. So that was this was like her first real kind of rock, heavy metal, show. So
awesome.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? Tell us about it from your perspective.
I don't know. I was just like first of all, I was just pumped that I was going to see them live. I didn't know. I didn't have any expectations, to be honest. But then when I got there, I was pumped.
Yeah. Yeah, she was pretty pumped. she was pretty pumped up.
I don't know. I just started talking to people, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna cry."
She did say that. She did say that a couple of times.
I did not cry though.
She came close, I think. What moment had the most impact?
For me, it's probably the first time for the first note they played. And I was like, that boom. It was that minute you just get transferred into a different world. And that was probably the most awesome thing. Yeah, and then you just go into the BANDMAID world, and I think I just went into fan mode.
Yeah, she was fangirling pretty hard. She was fangirling pretty hard. It was pretty funny. Yeah, I think for me, just seeing them take the stage was really impactful, because I've only seen them just obviously on music videos, right? And then for us to be able to be that close. Yeah, Lawrence found out that it was Emmy's first concert, so he actually encouraged her to just go up to the front, which was incredible. So
thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I mean, that was awesome. And then he allowed me to move up next to her. So yeah, I mean, that was super generous and awesome. Being able just to see them take the stage and then realize that they're real people, right? They're not some just personality that's online or something. I mean, they're real people. So seeing them take the stage and then just that whole moment was oh shit, here we go. Yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
And just seeing them in person, they were way 100 times more beautiful.
Yeah.
Than in the photos. And I feel like the photos do not do any justice.
I would agree. Misa was
gorgeous.
Like model beautiful. It was crazy. Yeah, I mean she could be a model. Seriously. It was insane.
Phenomenal. And then just they're playing, just being able to see their fingers so close.
Yeah,
it's just insane.
Yeah, the way that they were navigating the fretboard, the rhythms that they were playing. I mean, the energy that they were feeding off of each other. People always talk about when they've seen their lives that BANDMAID seems to have a good time together, and you could really see the chemistry. There's, even when you watch other shows online, sometimes you're not able to capture all. I mean, there's something that you just can't capture, right, by watching a video. But then when we were there, you could totally feel how they were feeding off of each other. The smiles were genuine, and it seemed like they were really having a good time, which I think is hard to do when you're at essentially you've done 3/4 of the tour. It's got to be exhausting, So to keep that energy up, wild. What about any cons? Do you have any cons from the show?
No.
No, smash it for her. Yeah, I think the only one negative that I had, and it's not from it wasn't from BANDMAID. I don't know if it was the acoustics, just where we were sitting, because the way that the venue is set up, it's a little odd. It's basically like it's just a room, and we were kind of on. If you're facing the stage, we would have been on the far left side. Bass and the bass and the drums definitely heavy, so it was hard to pick out some of Konami's solos, for example, and some of Psyche's vocals. So I don't know if that was just because of where we were located. And then if you were further back, maybe towards the middle, that it was a little bit more balanced. That was the only gripe that I had. But again, I don't know how much of that was just the mix. And I doubt it's the mix. I think that was probably just where we were located more than anything else. That was the only con. But I mean, it was a very minimal nitpick, to be completely honest with you, because the show itself was still great. We had earplugs in, so that probably had a little bit to do with it. I did pull out one of the earplugs during part of it just to see, and of course it did sound better, but it was loud, so went right back in.
Yes, not trying to lose my hearing. Well, it was a small venue. I think it was nice because it was so intimate. I'm sure, like, seeing them at a bigger scale too is actually pretty cool, but I actually enjoyed the intimacy.
They were able to work with the crowd a little bit more, I think. So the venue holds, its capacity is 1,500 people. I don't think that it was annotated as like sold out or almost sold out on their socials. So I'm not sure what the count was. It'd be interesting to know actually what the turnout was. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was probably 1,000 people were there.
Yeah.
The venue holds 1,500, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was at least 1,000 people, which is still a small show, but Portland is also not exactly it's not exactly like a main city. Like, people know of Portland, but it's not Seattle. Yeah. It's not Los Angeles or Chicago. So obviously there's that.
Yeah, so Psyche's voice was すごかった. It was impressive. That's kind of big thing that I kind of was impressed with. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, she got a vocal range for sure. She was really stretching it out there.
I mean, she's beautiful. 超綺麗だった.
Yeah, Amy was commenting on her hair. She was like, oh my god, her hair's so beautiful.
I know. I was like, what do you use? と思って。ね。Well, everybody, all of them, their hair is beautiful. It's like, what are y'all doing? What am I not doing right? And their skin was gorgeous, and I don't know, everything was great. But like, yeah, in the end though, I think like just their skills. I think obviously, like, the visuals and stuff like is a bonus, but their musical skills is just amazing to me. Especially being a girl, and I've tried, holding, guitars or the bass, and it's just so hard to play. So yeah, and seeing them just shred-a-roni, this whole thing is just amazing to me.
Yeah, Misa, I don't know how tall she is. You guys, let me know if you know down below. I think she's pretty tall. Misa looked pretty tall. I mean, she was up on a stage, but she looks like she's pretty tall. Handling the bass probably a little bit easier for her than someone of your stature, but still, I mean, the bass is heavy. It's a heavy instrument. I mean, all those electric guitars, when you pick them up, it's like, holy shit. Like, they weigh, they weigh a lot. So to see them just whatever, just as part of their kit, shredding was insane. But yeah, being where we were though on that left-hand side and being able to really focus in on what Misa was doing, yeah, that was nuts. It was so cool to see her and how her technique. I mean, yeah, it was fantastic.
I also enjoyed just watching the fans.
Yeah, there were some dudes in the middle that were just going wild.
Yeah, loved it.
Which is great. Great to have that kind of support. So, and then we did. So I did record majority of the concert. That'll go up at some point. I had to do some EQ work on it, so I'm hoping that the EQ sounds okay. Otherwise, unedited, it doesn't sound very good. So hopefully the EQ works. So stay tuned for that. That'll be out there at some point.
Well, it was so long. It went longer than I thought it would, and it was awesome that it went longer than I thought, because then
Yeah, the value's there. Yeah, so I looked at my watch and they came out and they started at basically 9 o'clock. So lead-in band, Starcrawler, which by the way, I mean, they were okay. They were high energy, high octane, kind of sounded a little bit, there were some songs that sounded like Nirvana, like almost like In Bloom, grungy. I want to say. Kind of a mix of that type of stuff, but they were definitely high octane, high energy. They performed for basically about 45 minutes, and then after that, 15-minute changeover, 9 o'clock on the dot. Actually, BANDMAID came out and then they started their performance, and then I want to say that we exited probably around like 11:15. So I would say it was about 2 hours, probably about 2 hours long, which is, I mean, that's a long time for a lot of the shows that I've been to. 2 hours is a pretty good amount of time. A huge piece of it though was the fan interaction.
That is
right.
true.
So they really did want to engage in the crowd, kind of how you've if anyone's watched their lives, you guys know how that works. So that was always that was fun to see them, and they've definitely been working on their English skills. We spoke to the band
organizer.
Yeah, the band organizer at the end, just for a few minutes there. To kind of like get his perspective on what all goes into it, the production quality and everything. And he had said, I think that they were learning English, right? Or that
they've been studying English. So he was kind of like asking about, oh yeah, how was their English? And I was like, oh, it was great.
I think that he was basically saying that they'd been studying hard, and that they definitely are learning English. So that's great. Obviously, all the support that you guys are giving them from all of us being international fans, I think that's just going to further propel their fuel and their desire to learn English so that they can engage with the fans more clearly.
And he was also saying that basically the whole team, except for the local venue people, are coming from Japan.
So that's
a big team traveling.
Yeah, that's a lot of travel. Yep, they brought all their equipment from Japan, is what he had said. So the logistics of that pretty incredible. All right, so stay tuned, guys. We're gonna have concert footage out from the show in Portland. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we hope that you guys get out there, take the opportunity to see BANDMAID if they're in a city near you during their next tour.
ぜひ見てね。BANDMAID